Hey there, my fellow barbecue enthusiasts. Mike Baker here at Baker's Barbecue. Hey, today we're going to do a delicious double smoked spiral ham for the holiday season. All guests love a good glazed ham. We're going to do a cherry bourbon glazed on this ham. I'm going to be smoking this up in my Masterbuilt electric digital smoker. I'm going to do more videos on this in the future. As you guys know, I'm a wood and charcoal guy, but I did like this smoker. I picked this up during this holiday season. Found a good buy on it. But one of the things I love about this is it has a temperature range of between 100 degrees and 275 degrees. So I plan on using this smoker a lot in the future as a warming oven for my briskets and butts as I take them off my other charcoal smoker and I'll put them into here. But in addition to that, this electric smoker is a phenomenal smoker. I've had one of these before and it does a great job. All right, so let's get this ham all seasoned up. And let's get ready to get it into this digital smoker and get it going. Let's get to smoking. We're going to season this ham up. We're going to do it pretty simple. I'm going to use some Dijon Mustard. I hope I said that right. If not, hey, I'm a Southern boy and just Dijon Mustard. But I'm going to put a little bit of this on as a binder. It don't take much, just a little bit. Kind of rub that in. This ham needs just a little bit of a binder on it. These are the texture on the outside sometimes is a little bit hard for the rub to stick to, so I like to put just a little bit of this on. Then I'm going to come back here with some Baker's Barbecue Competition Rub. You can get that at BAKERS BBQ.net. My specialty rub. And we're just going to go all over this ham. Don't be afraid to go a little bit heavy, because you got to realize this ham is a spiraled ham, and the outside crust area that they're going to your guests are going to get are going to be small, crusty areas, because it's spiral. So all they're going to get is a small amount of the exterior bark off this ham. So feel free to go ahead and go look generous on it. Just kind of pat it in like that. All around the ham, around the base of it as well. And I think that's got it. So we took this out of the package. As you know, it came with this glaze pack. We're going to toss that, because as you guys know, we're doing our own cherry bourbon glaze today on this ham. So we've got it seasoned up, and let's go outside and let's get this bad boy in the smoker. All right, so let's get this ham in the smoker here. See, we got some good smoke coming off. I went ahead and got my probe put in the ham as well. Slide it up in there just like that. All right, so let's get this ham closed up. I do have my thermometer probe in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring this ham up to an internal temperature of 140 degrees. That's when it's going to be done. We're going to bring it, though, to about 125 or 130, and that's when we're going to start glazing the ham. I'm anticipating about 4 hours. It's about a 12-pound ham, as I said earlier. I'm thinking about 3 pounds per hour to cook it. And I'm cooking at about 260, 265. All right, now that we got the ham all tucked away, smoking over some cherry wood, let's go inside and just make this delicious cherry bourbon glaze for this ham. I'll put the recipe for this down in the description. So let's go ahead and start off by getting the half a cup of cherry preserves or jam, whatever you got. Put in a half a cup of brown sugar. I did that in a quarter cup there because my half a cup there was dirty with the jam. And I went ahead and just kind of tightly packed this, just so you know. So basically a half a cup, in my opinion, tightly packed. A quarter cup of bourbon. This Buffalo Trace is some good stuff right here. Make sure I can see the line there. Yep, there we go. Is a 1/4 cup of bourbon. From there, we're going to do 2 tablespoons of orange juice. This already smells good. 1 tablespoon and 2 tablespoons. After that, we're going to do 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. One. 2. And after that, we're going to do 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Take this little spoon there and get all that out. And after the Dijon mustard, then we're going to move into a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. And in my case, I'm putting in sea salt. And then also a 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. All right, as you can see, we got it coming to a simmer here. And I'm gonna let it simmer for about 10 minutes and let the sauce render down, caramelize, become a lot thicker. I'll just occasionally come over here and stir it. Want to make sure it's not burning, not sticking, that type of thing. So I'll bring you back in here in just a little while as we get to the back end of this sauce being ready to go. So we've been simmering now for 10 minutes. As you can see, it's really thickened up. Go ahead and turn the heat off. And I'm just going to transfer it over into this mason jar. I'm going to use this strainer because I actually didn't have cherry jelly. I had cherry preserves. I'm going to take this. I'm just going to lay this over here. And I'm just going to pour it through and strain off all the chunks that's in that. I tell you what, I've tasted this a second ago, and it's absolutely delicious. I mean, you can taste a little bit of the bourbon. Of course, you can taste all the cherry. You know, you get a little bit of the citrus from the orange juice, and then of course the cider vinegar or apple cider vinegar. I mean, it is absolutely a delicious glaze. All right, so from here, now we're going to go outside and we're going to start glazing our ham with this wonderful cherry bourbon glaze. All right, so we've reached about 125 approximately in the center of the ham. I'm going to go ahead and put a coat of glaze on here. Get it opened up. Oh, it's looking good. Well, it smells fabulous, let me tell you what. I'm going to get it all around, get as much in there in the cracks as you can. Cracks of all the spiraled parts of the ham. Oh yeah, it's looking good, let me tell you. I'm just going to put it on real good, real thick. A little bit more on with my ladle. All right, so we're going to push that back in now. Let it go about 15 minutes or so. I'm going to look at it. I'm not sure if I will apply another thing of glaze or not. Check out this finished product. Does this holiday ham look absolutely delicious or what? Got that cherry bourbon glaze on it, all caramelized. That is a beautiful sight right there. Got it seasoned up in some Baker's Barbecue competition rub. And on top of that, we got our cherry glaze. All right there, my fellow barbecue enthusiasts. Look at this beautiful holiday ham. Absolutely beautiful. Glazed up in our cherry bourbon ham glaze. Seasoned up in some Baker's Barbecue competition rub. Smoked over cherry wood for about 4 hours. Brought the internal temperature up to 140 degrees. And glazed it with that beautiful cherry bourbon glaze at the back end. I wish I could cut into this thing and tell you how it tastes. I know it's going to taste wonderful. I've done many of these before. But unfortunately, this ham here, I'm getting ready to run uptown to my wife's Christmas party. So I'm not going to be able to taste it, but I can tell you it looks beautiful. I gave you a good close shot a while ago. I urge you to try the cherry bourbon glaze. I'll put the recipe down in the description below. And I hope you check it out. Hope you guys have a great holiday season. And until next time I see you, happy smoking.